Ladies and gents, welcome to this quick little overview. I'm just going to talk through what has happened at the conclusion of group stage for both Platinum and Gold in Titans League. What I'm not going to do is spend a great amount of time talking about this series that happened and that series that happened and any of the drama. That will be saved for later on. We're going to talk about what's left in Titans League Season 2, as well as what is to come with Gold as well, as that is incorporated into our coverage schedule. Okay. So first off, after the group stage of Platinum, the first thing that we focus on is actually Gold. Gold was happening at the exact same time. I'm going to pan over to it. And Gold, the following situation is how it plays out. So you have 6 players, obviously, in 4 different groups. Same thing as Platinum. The players who win their group, they will be in Platinum next season. So these are the following players. We have freaking Andy. He had a great Season 1 in Gold. Really happy for this guy. He's ahead of some big names and Daniel Hart, Slam, and Bad Boy. Freaking Andy. He is moving on to Platinum next season. Sobek. He's ahead of some big names as well. Remember, like Bad Boy and Say My Name in these groups, by the way, they were in Platinum Season 1. They're relegated out. But yeah, Sobek, Chilean player, has been around a long time. Promoted. Dogao. He'll be back in business for Season 3 in Titans League. Good recovery from him. And then Fat Dragon. Vivi. Super good player. He is also confirmed to be moving on to Platinum for the next season. Now, what we will have is the second and third place players from each group. So it's alternating. A second place player will play a third place player. They will be playing best of fives to fill the other 4 spots. So it'll be Daniel versus Mihai, Classic Pro versus Hart, Song versus Lix, and then Lan versus Margugu. And what else is kind of interesting about all this is how many players had actually come through Silver to get here. Mihai came through Silver. Mihai could make it to Platinum. Hart came through Silver. Hart could make it to Platinum. Lix came through Silver. And then Lan came through Silver. Now, in some of these cases, these are players who are very, very skilled for a very long time. They didn't play a lot of tournaments, so they had to work their way back in. But that's pretty epic. And I'm also excited about Lan. Because, Lan, Hart, those two specifically, like, these guys coming back to the scene and playing at a very high level is what our scene needs. So that's what's going to happen. We'll cover all these 4. And then we're going to move into Platinum. And this is the following situation in Platinum. Sorry for just scrolling through. But scrolling down. So you have the top 4 moving on. ACCM directly to a quarter, Yo directly to a quarter, Hera and Viper directly to quarterfinals. Second and third place players will play each other in a round of 12, and that is all right down here. And so let me briefly touch on first the relegations, because the relegations were pretty massive. It probably is going to be one of the craziest seasons ever, assuming I do this for a long time. Nikov and Vinchester, 2 massive names, they're out. And it was a 4-way tie for 6 wins in this group. Yeah, don't make fun of my what is the best way to greet a Canadian search up here. It was a joke from earlier in the stream. But yeah, Valis and Running, promoted players from Gold, they're staying alive in Platinum next season. Here, MBL and Dark. Dark maybe not the biggest surprise. He was a player that came up from Gold. MBL is a top 5 player on his day. MBL won his group the first season. He's relegated. You have Draken, player who came up from Gold, staying alive. You have Backed actually going to the playoffs after coming out of freaking retirement. Here, a similar situation, right? You've got Ganji, a player who came up from Gold, going to the playoffs. You have Miguel in 4th place again after the first season result was 4th. Capwatch, a big name in our scene, relegated down to Gold. And then every group had a name that you might not have predicted be relegated. In this group, you had Sato and Sebastian, both the players who had worked their way up from Gold. They are relegated back down to Gold. Barles, I think the big surprise there, he was so consistent, and it came down to a final series between Barles and Sato where Barles won that, which made the difference there. Super pumped for him. Super pumped, obviously, to see the playoffs in Platinum 2. All right, so this is what we have. This is all pre-established in terms of, second from this group going up against third from this group. And Gamer Legion fans, going to be fun for you. I'll start at the top, though. We've got Leary versus Ganji. Leary, crazy talent. Ganji, though, I mean, what do you have to lose, right? You were a gold player 6 months ago. You're in the playoffs. And being in the playoffs leads to additional prize pool too, by the way. So that's always super nice. Get a little bit of extra cash. I think Ganji goes into this series with nothing to lose. I think Leary will lose games to him. Ultimately, I think Leary's the favorite. Leary ACCM would be wild. Veleza and Valis. The most confusing for me as a caster, of course, the two Finnish pros that also have very similar names. So that's going to be a joy. Should be fun. I think you've got a bit of like a big brother, little brother situation there. They don't exactly seem like that's the case with their relationship, but I mean, like, Veleza is the clear favorite and king of Finland, I'll say. We'll see what Valis ends up accomplishing. Again, does he have anything to lose? No. The guy came up from gold and surprised everybody here. Should be good. Winner will face Hera. Dell and Tato. I knew there was going to be one round of 12 where we were like, oh, God. And someone might be like, hey, what's the seeding for this tournament, bro? What are you doing? Putting Dell and Tato in a round of 12? Not that that's what I think people sound like. But yeah, Tato got third place. Dell got second place. If they didn't want to face each other, Tato could have got some slightly better results. That's how the whole system works. Will be a super fun round of 12. Probably the most anticipated round of 12 matchup. Winner will face Yo as well, which is just crazy and exciting either way you slice that. And then here you've got Jordan versus Bact. Again, Bact came out of retirement, made it to the playoffs, 6 story. And Jordan, Mr. Consistent, probably the favorite there to potentially face the Viper. So again, we've got, like, for those watching live streams, we've got the 2 gold best of 5s Monday, 2 gold best of 5s Tuesday. We've got 4 round of 12 best of 5s on Wednesday. Will be a long day. I'll need your support there. Then on Thursday, we have the 2 quarterfinals. On Friday, we have 2 more quarterfinals. On Saturday, we do 2 best of 7s, semifinals. And then we have the final on Sunday, and that's the end of Titans League Season 2. So that is what is coming. This will be uploaded to the Extras channel on YouTube. So, YouTube, thanks for watching and everything. That's the order of events. That's what's going to be coming to the channel. And then ultimately, when it's all over, I will be, having a more in-depth conversation on what we saw this season and going through giving credit to where credit is due and talking about a lot more players. So that's it. We have one more week of Titans League Season 2. It's going to be a flurry of games. Will we see more surprises? I think so. I think we've got one player here who's going to shock us a little bit, right? Maybe just a little bit. Will it be Bact? I'm not sure. Will it be Valis? Ganji? I don't know. But, like, let me put it to you this way. It wouldn't be that crazy if a player that went into the round of 12 who didn't win their group would move on to a semifinal. Is that bold? Maybe not. I kind of have my eyes on maybe Leary, Tato, or Doubt there. But you could definitely see that happening with the level of play that we have here. So that's it. I said I'd make this short, so I'll just shut up about everything else. And, like the video, watch Titans League, and get excited.